and Facebook are connected.
Hey, Jackie, you gonna pose for your first meeting?
Welcome to the fabulous this year. Ask us Rotarians about talented, thoughtful, and generous people to unite and take meaningful action through Rotary service. Our club demonstrates every day how we are living President Maloney's mission with our local and international service projects through unity, connections, and actions. My name is Jacqueline Thornhill, and I am honored to serve as the 97th president of the greatest Rotary Club in the world. As a reminder, as we have 1962. Roger Miller performed Bang Me on American Bandstand. Alexander Hamilton was killed by Vice President Aaron Burr in a duel. And George Carlin once said, "Have you ever noticed that anyone driving slower than you is an idiot, and anyone going faster than you is a maniac?"
Roughly 70 billion humans have ever lived. 1 in 10 are still alive today. 350 million of us are here in America. Some, 1 in 200 of all humanity in all of time, are so fortunate to be alive now in modern day America. Our country is the current pinnacle of human achievement and wealth. Louis XIV, the most powerful and wealthy man of his day, would be amazed at the bounty to be found available to us every day in an ordinary fortune. We look inward. How can even our squabbles are luxury. We have the opportunity, instead of struggling to grow enough food for a coming winter, to instead argue over how to best counter misfortune and make sure no one goes hungry. We can argue over a flag put on a shoe, over which is better, iPhone or Android. We have problems, but these are great problems to have. Let us pause for, even if only for a moment, and reflect on our good fortune. Let us count those blessings and seek to share them widely. Let us treat each other with respect and care. Let us give thanks. Amen.
Thank you, Colonel. The song leader today is Kim Naomi.
Take me home, country roads.
So I will need you to clap your hands. Just one more.
Going like a dream. Riding along West Virginia.
indivisible,
often enough, turn to the other side.
Secretary to all concerned, will and better friendships, will it be beneficial to all concerned.
Please be seated. Our sergeant at arms today is Bill Houghton, a written swing into action bill. For our introductions, let's please hold our applause until everyone has been introduced.
Good afternoon, Rotarians and President Jackie. Welcome to all the way from Brazil. We have Renata and Danilo. He's going to say a few words, tell us a little bit about where he's from.
I remember Rotary in Brazil, in our states, Rotary School, 1 year and a half, and I had the USA. My wife and me, we won the stage, the visitor other locations. USA, beautiful. Las Vegas, the more beautiful is see my life. I love Las Vegas. In Brazil, I am a military police in USA Highway Patrol. My power. My wife is a teacher. I teach her.
Visiting Rotarians. I know there are several of them. Please raise your hand. You're visiting Rotarians.
Hi, I'm Alan Malkoff. I'm a visiting Rotarian from the Las Vegas West Club. We just moved here from Hershey, Pennsylvania, and no, I didn't bring any chocolates. Work, with the Rotary International and working with the local community service work. So I did join the Las Vegas West Club. So thank you very much.
Welcome. Visiting Rotarians, please raise your hands.
Hello, my name is John Morgan. I'm from Canfield, Ohio. I would argue with your president about the best club in the world. Canfield's pretty good. It's ironic because last year I was foundation chair, and I'm here visiting, and Brenda's here from International, so pretty interesting. We have about 52 members. We're very active in the community. Last year, we set a record in our district for foundation giving, and so we're very proud of what we do for the community and for the world.
Welcome. Visiting Rotarians. Raise your hands, please.
I'm Julie Todd from Green Valley Club here in that.
And current president.
Hi,
everybody, I'm Vernon Humphrey. I'm here at the conference for the National Federation of Wine. I'm the president of the Wine Workers Association. I'm a member of Columbus, Georgia Rotary Club number 200. We have about 300 active participants in our group. And I kind of like it all. And I brought a banner and phrase with y'all if I want to. And ours is the best.
You're visiting Rotarians?
Hi, I'm Linda Bertucci with the
Are you visiting Rotarians?
Good afternoon, I'm Robert Bridle. I'm past president from Las Vegas, Summerlin. I'm also the executive assistant governor for Southern Nevada.
Okay, any other visiting Rotarians? Yes, or Rotarians? Please raise your hands.
That's my apart from anybody else's. He knew and knows a past member of our club. Thanks for being here.
Anybody else or Rotarians?
Good afternoon.
I'm doing right, and I have my partner, welcome. Any more guests of Rotarians in that direction?
Hi, definitely separate the microphone withdrawal, but I also have some guests with me. Hank Sestro and Lee Rocker from the Southern Nevada Junior Golf Association.
Any other guests of Rotarians?
I have brought back my friend Daniel Holt, the methodical Daniel Holt. Feel free to approach him about membership anytime.
Any other guests of Rotarians? I'd like to introduce my guests at the head table. We have our district governor, Lou Arredondo, and I'm really looking forward to working with you this year. And we have our speaker today from Rotary International, the foundation chair, Brenda Cressy. And we'll hear more about her later. And assistant governor and past president, Michael Gordon. I'd like to thank those Rotarians who helped out today. Senators have been phony. A couple of my announcements. We still have a physical action campaign, so please send me your pictures. We're going to be sending around the polio kit, so please throw in your loose change and please keep it moving. And also, Linda already made the announcement that her charter party is tomorrow evening, so you can ask her for the details on that. And past District Governor John Chase's appreciation party is Saturday evening. Information on Facebook for that. Now I'd like to call forward past President Jim Cole to have a special presentation.
So as I mentioned before, we have two members from the Southern Nevada Junior Golf Association, and we just finished a fundraiser, and we brought in just over $70,000, which is a great fundraiser for us. And part of that is a check from Howard Yard and the Las Vegas Rotary Foundation, in the amount of $5,000. And if you wonder about junior golf and why it's important, I got to thinking about this when I got hit with a live video on the course and I was doing golf background. And one of the things that teaches is ethics and sports, kids are probably, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. And it's just the exact opposite of golf, that when you see professional golfers calling penalties on themselves that
We just wanted to say thank you guys so much for your generous donation, continued support. SNA today reminds us about those like this past week. So thank you so much, and over the years it has been consistent in getting that big support. So we just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Jim. Since we missed last Thursday, which was the first Thursday of the month, we've moved it today, and today we have the birthday table. So Jim, would you take the microphone over to the birthday table, please? Sorry, Bill. Oh, you know, there's going to be more like those the rest of the year, so get ready, folks.
My name is Arlene Sirwap, and I'm going to get sentimental today. Cancers are sentimental, you should know that. So, I joined Rotary 10 years ago, I think this month. And I was brought in by my dear friend Al Wagner. For years I sat here with Renee Blanchard. And I liked sitting with Renee because we spoke the same kind of French, the Parisian French. So that got me thinking. So I got out my book from 2009, 2010, and yeah, I kept it. I'm sentimental. And I went through and I noticed that all these people here are now deceased. Keith Bassett, Ty Hilbrecht, Dr. Jim Jones, Erwin Kishner, Stuart Levy, Bob Patton, Bert Perdue, and I'm sure I've missed some, but you can all think of common with all these people is when I die and I'm no longer sitting here, I want to be remembered as a Rotarian. No, I don't know if I can beat that. My birthday is July 3rd. My name is Kathy Jolly. I'm past president of this club. And I've really enjoyed this club. And some of my dearest friends are members of this club. And birthday table is kind of a fun tradition we've done forever. When I was president, Wing Fong sang the birthday song. And my first meeting as president, I messed up and I didn't do the birthday table on the first month. And he came over and scolded me horribly. Because the first meeting is always so busy. And so I said, well, we'll just move to the second one. And he said, no, you don't. Let's put it in the first one. So happy birthday, July 13th.
Hello, Rotarians, past President Steve Linder here. My birthday is July 25th. I'll be 72. Been a member of the club for 24 years and retired 7 years ago. The only activity that I have in the community anymore is the Rotary Club, because this is where all my friends are.
Hello, Rotarians. I'm Paul Matthew. Joined the club in 1994. My birthday is July 9th. I just got to the same decade as Steve. I just turned 70. And I've enjoyed watching this club grow in the town. Thank you.
Hi, I'm past President Ginger Anderson, and my birthday is June 15th. I've been a member of the club since 2003, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this great group.
Did you miss June?
Hi, my name is Skip Mahoney. My birthday's in January, but I'm just here for the party.
Adam is going to lead us in song. Are we missing someone? Who's sitting at the birthday table? Other than Kathy. Anyway, let's sing happy birthday.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rotarians. Happy birthday to you.
Stay standing, Kim. Stay standing, Kim. Not only did you sit at the birthday table when it's not your birthday, but you also grabbed the mic and read the birthday song. So for that, I'm finding you $97. Thank you for your contribution to the foundation.
July 27th, that's next week. But for now, it's taking on Saturday, Mount Carlson. There will be a hiking first before the actual barbecue party. Hiking will be led by Wrestling at 9 o'clock. And then
Who's leading the hike?
Wrestling.
Okay.
And then barbecue starts from 11:30 till 4:30. I hope to see everyone there, and you can actually bring your own wish that would be appreciated of you. And we're also looking for some barbecue. You can actually do the barbecue. So please don't hesitate to reach out to anyone who can do this, or you can actually email me if you want to do the barbecue or sign up for the reader.
Bring both on around. So let's keep it moving. Okay, now, Bill, you can take the mic back to Kim Naomi for an announcement about tonight's festivities.
Hi, so in celebration of President Jackie's birthday, and some of us graduating from the 25 Club, we're hosting a get-together social hour at Tanahama Town Square Mall, starting at 4:30. You can find us in the bar area. There's a couple tables there. Come join us, celebrate, and welcome a new Rotary.
Okay, thank you very much. You have 2 minutes for fellowship. For the Joker, ticket number 38111746. 38111746.
Okay, let's see it. Ah, shucks.
All right.
And everyone for the rally box? 544036. Hey, Marie.
Caught me napping.
Governor and past President Michael Gordon to introduce our speaker. And just so you know, after Brenda has completed her remarks, everyone please, after Brenda has completed her remarks, we're going to go straight into the callers' presentation, and then we will take questions afterward.
Artists create complex, abstract, coherent representations of the world. Those representations often go beyond what we can see to capture something that we can feel in the heart on an emotional level. Just think of your favorite Monet, Van Gogh, or Picasso painting. Artists actively experiment with new possibilities and change what they do in light of what they find, and in turn help us see the world in a new light. And this is best illustrated by this specific painting right here. It's called The Treachery of the Images by my favorite painter, Rene Magritte. The French underneath it says, "This is not a pipe." Magritte understood this distinction between what we see and what is real when he said, and I quote, "The famous pipe. I could criticize enough about it, and yet, can you put tobacco in it and smoke it? No, it is only a depiction, isn't it? If I had written, 'This is a pipe,' under my picture, I would have been lying." End quote. Every year, we are asked to contribute to the annual fund, Polio Plus, the World Fund, every Rotarian every year, global grants, etc., etc. For most of us, those programs become an amalgamation of money that Rotary sends overseas to help with projects du jour. In our fast-paced, soundbite world, these contributions become almost automatic, and we don't think about its potential impact. It almost becomes like a painting of a pipe, or like a karaoke session by Huey Yomi. Surreal, and something outside our sphere of influence. Our speaker today is Brenda Cressy, immediate past chair of the Rotary Foundation, and the first female to ever hold that title. She is here to tell us that the needs of the world are multifaceted, and that our money, your dollars, have a significant impact in helping the seemingly lip reconstructive surgeries and providing access to clean water for entire villages. Please join me in welcoming from the Rotary Club, Paso Robles, trustee of the Rotary Foundation, and our speaker for the day, Brandon Chris.
This very, very warm welcome. The frosting on the cake to meet all of the major donors. We didn't realize that each other had given substantially to the Rotary Foundation, and to see the true impact that their dollars have made in the world, a little bit through my comments last night. And I hope today that I will expand on those comments. And I'm just so privileged to be here to recognize so many people in regards to their contributions to the foundation. But Jackie, first of all, I wanted to just, if I could, I wanted to recognize Janelle as the president of the 20th Club. So congratulations, Jackie, for continuing on, and congratulations to this club for being so warm and welcoming to your new members. So Janelle, thank you for all your service this year. Thank you. And also, when Jackie opened the meeting, she mentioned some things about the past, what happened. And she mentioned Telstar satellite. I grew up in Maine, in Andover, Maine, and the Telstar satellite was in my backyard. So that brought back a lot of memories, and it was an amazing thing to see, because here we had this humongous satellite sitting in our backyard, and we still had crank phones. That wasn't that long ago, but it was true. But anyway, Jackie, thank you for this invitation. Thank you, Michael, for that introduction. Thank you, Andy, for being the program chair this year and allowing Jackie to have me here for the first meeting. And of course, I want to thank your district governor, Leanne, for her very warm welcome to this district, and for hosting me this week. It's just wonderful to be here. Thank you. I'm losing some things here on they're just sliding right off. Yeah. So, okay, we're good. We're good. Yeah. All right. So this invitation to be here at this club today is really very special to me. I don't have an opportunity many times to visit outside of my home district, really, if you can believe that. With trustee work, we're a trustee of the world and not necessarily of a region. So many times I find myself in places around the world where I do see the true impact of our support to the Rotary Foundation. And I'm really excited to be here at this inaugural event for Jackie, to officially welcome Jackie as your new club president, and to inspire you all to connect the world through service. Like you, I know President Jackie will lead your club to high levels of success. This not only because of her passion in Rotary, but due to her deep respect and appreciation of each of you, the members of this club. And I suspect you probably have the same level of respect and appreciation for Jackie as well. And I anticipate that you will all give her your 100% undying support. So congratulations, President Jackie, and best wishes for a fantastic year. This visit, as I said, is an incredible opportunity to me, especially as I love the foundation and Rotary. It always gives me great pleasure and joy to share what it is that it all means to me, but at the same time to have these opportunities to learn more about why you too are proud Rotarians and supporters of the foundation. Our foundation, of course, is the charitable arm of the Rotary International, And I'm here today to especially thank each of you, to thank everyone in this club for providing such a high level of support in so many different ways to Rotary and to the foundation. But I'm especially privileged as well to be what some are calling the very first on many levels of senior leadership in Rotary. I was honored last year to have been chosen as the first female vice chair of the Rotary Foundation, and then later in the year found myself as the chair of the foundation. It was an interesting transition. I wasn't anticipating it, but then here I was, serving in the role of the chair of the greatest foundation in the world, in my opinion. And then now I have the privilege of continuing on for 2 more years as trustee. And that's another first. Usually the chair's chair, and you're booted out. But I have my 4-year term still and 2 more years to go. And I feel that in the last 4 months as chair, I've learned so much that can be very, very beneficial to the trustee board. So today I thought it would be of some interest to you to understand how one even becomes trustee of the foundation, which, by the way, is one of the world's most highest rated foundations. In fact, the foundation has just received a 4-star rating for the 11th year in a row. This is the highest because of you, because of our volunteers. And we are a membership organization, but we do provide humanitarian service around the world. And we depend on each of you to support the good works of the foundation. And we cannot do this without you. So, speaking of you, I would like to ask you a few questions and would love to have some really loud acknowledgement from you as your response. Would you be proud if you knew this club had an all-time giving of over $1.66 million? That's quite amazing. That is quite amazing. Thank you. Would you be proud to know that your club has been a 100% Paul Harris club since 2010-11? Would you also be proud that you boast 103 Paul Harris Fellows? 12 plus major And would you be especially proud to know that the Rotarians in this club alone gave more than 10% of the entire total given in this district last year? Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So that's right, you gave over $55,000 to the foundation last year, just in this club. And that was both to the annual fund and to polio. And I did notice when I looked at your report that you're a strong supporter of polio, which happens to be one of the things that I really am passionate about. So it's true, the district comprised of 2,200 members collectively gave $522,000 last year to the foundation. And for that I want to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you, and especially to your leaders. John Chase, of course, we met him last night at dinner, but to Luann, you have some big shoes to fill this year, and I know that you'll do it well. So what does this all mean to you? What it means is that your gifts that you made to the annual fund, which is the lifeblood of the organization, in my opinion, will come back to you in many ways. Once it's invested 3 years, the district will receive 50% of that back that you can use for grants. The other 50% is made available for that match. That's what I meant to say there. Where else can you get a return on your money to the Rotary Foundation? So, all right. I'm going to get back just a moment to why I was fortunate enough to be asked to become a trustee to begin with. I found myself saying along the way yes to many, many assignments that were offered to me where I wasn't really quite sure if I could successfully handle it. But because it's Rotary, you never say no, right? So I challenged myself a lot of times, and I went into different areas that I didn't feel really comfortable with, but wow, I found that I really loved it. So in my case, my assignments allowed me to be rather successful in the areas of fund development or fundraising for the foundation for a good number of years. And I already support both. So as you heard, I served way back in 2001 and 2. I don't know that you mentioned that one, Michael, but I served as governor in my district, 5240, in 2001 and 2. That was a good long time ago, and here I am, still around. But then I served as a regional foundation coordinator for the zone, and then I served as in the first class of what we called endowment major gift advisors. And so all those roles led me to meet wonderful donors. And it was 2 years ago when they identified Mike Webb from the UK, who has a strong finance department. In fact, he's our finance chair right now for the foundation. The third person happened to be already filled in a way, because what happens is the immediate past Rotary International president automatically comes on the trustee board for 4 years, and in their 4th year they become the chair. So that was Robbie Ravinder. So the 3 of us came on board, and we developed really strong, wonderful friendships. So I'm here today as one of 3 well-qualified people serving this year, and we have 3 women on the trustee board this year. So we're doing good things each and every day. It is inspiring, to say the least. So today, for the time I have left with you, I'd like to concentrate on one of my passions, the Rotary Peace Centers and Rotary Peace Fellows. I think a lot of Rotarians don't really know about that program and fully understand the impact that these Peace Fellows are making in the world. So at the end, we're going to do these Paul Harris, and if you have any questions, I can help answer those, or maybe you can stay after the meeting. But we have a big meeting today. So why does the foundation give me purpose? Because over the years, I've had the pleasure of meeting many, many donors around the world who are extremely passionate about peace and how our Rotary Peace programs are helping us to realize a more peaceful world. You can see it in their eyes. You can hear it when they talk about our amazing Peace Fellows and how their support and commitment shows a passion towards resolving conflicts and easing conditions that put peace at risk. At times when speaking with donors, I feel like I'm sent there to inspire them to support our work. But then the donors always end up inspiring me with an overwhelming generosity and commitment. What has touched me most in my heart are the friendships that I have formed around the world. Rotarians come together in completely different cultures, and in the course of solving a problem, these friendships develop ties that last forever. I'd like to say that peace is a process, and so too is friendship. The kinds of friendships we make here in Rotary are the lasting tools of peace. That is why Rotary approaches peace not as an abstract concept, but as a living, dynamic expression of human development. It is both the cornerstone of our mission, a humanitarian service organization, and it's one of our 6 areas of focus. Creating peace. That's difficult. It's difficult work. In fact, is it asking too much for one person or any organization to create peace? And is it asking for the impossible for anyone to create permanent, lasting change? The best that we can do day by day, I think, is to build an environment that's ready for peace. It's like checking into a hotel, right? There's no guarantee that when you arrive on that trip that you will be free of concern or conflict. There could be terrible weather, your partnership that provides you with a clean and well-decorated room, and the staff checks up on you to make sure that everything with your stay is okay. A well-managed hotel creates the right environment for a pleasant trip or vacation. And that's what Rotary does on a global scale for peace. We create conditions that make peace possible. Using our 6 areas of focus, which all leads us to peaceful conditions, we help bring people together to solve problems rather than looking for areas of conflict. We help alleviate poverty and disease. We help build economies and better education for both boys and girls. So does this work guarantee peace? No, of course not. But it gives peace a chance to thrive, to take root in the hearts of our communities. Rotary believes that if concerned citizens mobilize locally to create peace, change can happen globally. The best conflicts are those resolved peacefully. The more people who can see action, the harder it is that they will work towards settling disputes aimed at the plate. There are always challenges, and your Rotary Foundation faces an important one right now. How can we make the greatest possible impact in Rotary's future? We can't be everywhere, and we can't fund every single project, every single peace project. But our new vision statement underscores the challenge in front of us. Just listen to these words and think about how they might apply with our work for peace. Together, lasting change across the globe, in our communities, and in ourselves. So how do we do that in a world of limited resources? The answer is that we are doing it in several ways. First, we're going to expand our peace centers to reach the next generation of peace builders. We will continue our partnership and work with the Institute for Economics and Peace, as well as Mediators Beyond Borders, and we can continue to engage and expand our portfolio in peace projects. In addition, I'm really happy that the trustees just approved a new peace certificate program in Uganda at the Makerere Institute. And we're really excited, and Africa is thrilled to have this peace center on their continent. So we're really excited about it, and we can't wait to share some of the work that our peace fellows are going to be able to provide the world when they enter into the global workforce. But all of this wonderful progress brings me back to where I began, with the amazing donors who support the Rotary Foundation, and especially the Rotary Peace Centers, year after year. For example, the Peace Centers program is made possible through generous support of Rotarians and friends who make gifts and commitments to endow the program. To date, donors have contributed, if you can imagine, $169 million to the Rotary Peace programs and support of those programs. In fact, my husband Dick and I are so proud that we have endowed also a Peace Certificate Fellow in perpetuity. Our ambitious plans depend on all of our continued generosity. We need to have donors to help build the endowment. Only in this way will we have a reliable annual source of funding for these global projects. We need donors to stay engaged in the work of the peace of what it is that you're doing. If you haven't, I encourage you to participate and share your voice on social media. Find those opportunities where you can give a speech to share your story. Go to My Rotary and find out how they can help you with the wonderful resources that they have there. But together we can keep building our foundation for peace and make the world a safer and more loving place for every man, woman, and child. President Jackie and fellow Rotarians and guests today, I truly thank you for your dedication, your undying support, and your engagement into action. Let us know what we can do to help you. But let us all together realize positive peace. Thank you. Moving to the annual fund, we need a polio. For each 1,000, you get your initial pallbearers, or you will go up in levels. We have several of those to present today. So as we call you forward, please come forward, receive your pin from Brenda, and then stay forward, please, so we can have a group picture. Okay, the first person to come forward.
The first one's not here.
First one was the only one that wasn't here. So, Kim Leone, Paul Harris, +1. Howie Hopkinson, Paul Harris, +1. Brooke Alexander, Paul Harris, +2. Melnick, Paul Harris, +3. Randy Donald, Paul Harris, +5. Past President Randy Donald, excuse me. Bob Barnard, Paul Harris, +6. John Anthony, Paul Harris, +6. Past President Jim Cole, Paul Harris, +7. Ed LaPierre, Paul Harris, +7. Past President Ginger Anderson, Paul Harris, +8. Let's have everyone take a group picture.
One more.
Now, that's a special presentation. Chris Rosenfeld, come forward, please.
Okay. You know, it always gives me great pleasure to recognize new Paul Harris Fellows, and what an extraordinary show of support we just received. But here we are with a father, a Rotarian, a major donor, and a Paul Harris Fellow himself at many levels, who is very proud today to extend this great honor to someone special in his life. So, Chris, I'm going to let you do that honor.
You are.
Would you like to do that?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Well, I am very honored today to be able to bestow upon my son, Connor Rubenfeld, his first Paul Harris honor, and I'm happy to present that to you right now. He's grown up in all his life.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we're not finished. Rose Coloco, would you come forward, please?
lowest local is Paul Harris +8. And she is also request level 2, which means that she has set the International Foundation as a beneficiary in her will or trust for $25,000 or more.
Rose, how did that happen?
Well, it started in Westlake Village, California, 2001, where you were the first lady district governor intervened. That's when I first met you and heard your wonderful, compelling story about your family. Moved away and so anyway, I love Rotary and everything.
Tom Thomas, would you come forward? Tom Thomas has reached major donor level 2, which is $25,000 or more to the International Foundation.
5 remarkable children, and probably one of the things that makes us the most proud is each of them have, no, I'll get emotional. Each of them have chosen during their teenage and college years to go to foreign countries and serve the needy for months and in some cases years. So on behalf of each of my 5 children, I'm presenting them with their Paul Harris's +3.
Congratulations to all those award presentations. Now, Bill, we'd like to swing into action. For those of you that have questions for Brenda, this is the time, so raise your hands and be sure and wait until the microphone.
Absolutely. Yes.
Real quick, do you have an update on how we're doing versus polio this year?
Yes, I do. We remain very, very close. We've had some issues in Pakistan, as you may have read, where there were some vaccinations that the locals felt went wrong, and so there was mass hysteria about vaccinations. And so, working with the governments, I can tell you that this has been an enormous plus for Rotary and its partners. Completely behind all of our work, and we feel very, very confident that we're going to get over that big issue, continue it, and with the measles outbreak, I can tell you that the infrastructure that we are leaving behind. When we further down the road start dealing with different types of outbreaks, because this infrastructure is in place, it will be in place for a long, long time, and we can utilize that with the help of the World Health Organization and UNICEF. But we only do have the 2 countries left, Pakistan and Afghanistan. We have to just keep on.
Thank you. So we as Rotarians understand the value of foundation and administration costs is less than 3%. and we're willing to give, to that foundation. Monies that they want to give to charities. This is one of the greatest charities in the world. So how do we do that?
It is. In fact, your governor has something up her sleeve this year to reach out to people outside of the Rotary organization, and she's putting on a fundraising event, and she'll tell you more about it, I'm sure. But basically, she's reaching out to individuals who have the capacity and the passion to support one of or all of our 6 areas of focus. And I really feel confident that she's going to raise the awareness, at least in this district. And I would encourage Yes.
Hi. When I went to Toronto, I was introduced to the 2020 by 2020 initiative. If that's still in place, could you just briefly explain what that means?
I will give you inside information since you asked. I'm really excited about it. It's actually $22.25 billion in support assets. And with bequests and endowments, legacy gifts, those of you who want to remain a Rotarian forever, it's a wonderful way to leave a legacy. Fund that we put to work today, but it's the legacy giving and the endowments that will continue our future, to secure our future in the foundation. So I really encourage you to look at maybe a bequest to the Rotary Foundation. That way, we can reach our goal of $2.25 billion by 2025. Thank you for asking.
Madam Chairman, assuming the measles outbreak was a affluent suburban problem, so assuming that those same folks aren't getting the polio vaccination, are you susceptible to something like that?
A polio outbreak? Is that what you're saying? That's interesting, because we had that similar question yesterday, I think, somewhere along the line. I think it was Chris, actually, that asked me that last night. And we are so on top of surveillance right now. We have new mechanisms to surveil any possibility of the polio virus anywhere in the world. And that's why we're down to 37 cases of polio, because once we find it, we immediately, actually through surveillance, know where the virus came from. And we can go straight to that area and vaccinate, and do a great big coverage for polio vaccination. In the U.S., we've had minor outbreaks of polio, but mostly these were people coming in from another country. And again, once it's located, we can take care of it right away. But measles is a whole other thing, isn't it? So I think
we got one more.
Oh, one more. Okay, Chris.
Can you give us some information about the self-directed fund that the Rotary is participating in, how that affects various donations to donate the money?
Self-directed funds. So we understand what you're talking about in regards to that. Rotary Direct?
Yes.
Rotary Direct is the absolutely best way to support the Rotary Foundation. My credit card each month. I love seeing it, and then sometimes I even say to myself, maybe I should do a little bit more. But it's really nice to see that happening all the time, and I don't have to really think about it, but I can think about maybe has my capacity changed that I can change the.
Brenda, thank you very much for being our speaker today, and thank you everyone for contributions to the polio update today. And we'd like to hit you with our personal Rotary Club flag, and thank you very much. Thank you.
I lost my last page. I guess that's going to happen sometimes.
Gotta wing it. No, I think I got it. Hang on a second. playing right here, Amelia Earhart. No kind action ever stops with itself. One kind action leads to another. Let's leave today building connections, taking kind action, serving one another, rejoicing in the fellowship of Rotary. Meeting adjourned.